Hi, my name is Joseph, and today I want to discuss the recent game purchases that I made. Now, before I continue, I actually have some small regrets just because I didn't think about sharing the purchases that I made into recently, and that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because I'm more than likely not going to be buying as many games as I used to, and that's because I'm actually in a fortunate place where I'm done getting most of the games that I want from my PS3, my Vita, and older consoles as well. Actually, I had a video about that earlier in the channel earlier this year. So because of that, I never really thought about making videos about my gaming purchases because they don't really come as often as they used to come. But I decided, you know what? Why don't I just share what I do purchase, even if it's just one or two games? And I think that'd be fun to come back in the future, to come back to in the future, to just see, okay, awesome. That's when I got this and for what reason. So I'm going to go ahead and begin with the PlayStation titles first. So these are just Switch and PlayStation titles. Again, as I stated already, for older consoles, for the most part, I am done purchasing for those systems, primarily for my PS3 and my Vita. And yeah, so let's begin. So these sets of games I did get on sale, and the first one I want to share is Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. I think there's another title, Reunion, yeah, another subtitle. This is, to my understanding, a remake of the original Crisis Core for the PSP, which I did play. Never beat, unfortunately, but I did play. And from the little that I did interact with, I did enjoy. So I still do have the PSP version. I am planning on finishing that before I check out the new version. But I am looking forward to finally checking this out, both the original and the remake. In addition to that, I also have Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade for the PS5. So I do own the PS4 version, but the difference between the PS4 and the PS5 version, at least to my understanding, is that, the story of this first standalone game in the Final Fantasy VII Remake project covers up to the party's escape from Midgard and goes deeper into the events of. Oh, excuse me, everyone. I thought this was Oh yeah, so this is what I was looking for. Includes Final Fantasy VII R Remake. The R stands for the remake. Final Fantasy VII Remake Episode Intermission, the all-new story DLC featuring Yuffie. So excuse me, I read the wrong section. So I essentially doubled it because the PS4 version does not include the Yuffie story, but this physical edition does include that DLC. Unfortunately, it is the European version, but I don't mind the difference between cases in regards to that. Mostly because the spine, there's not. I don't think there is any difference actually. If there is a difference, but that's why I don't care too much about that being the European version. Moving on, so I got both of those on sale through Amazon. Moving on, I got Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed, also on sale, but this one was actually on sale at Walmart, surprisingly. I looked it up on Google. I noticed that Amazon was not listing the price for this. Usually when that occurs, I've noticed it's because there was a recent sale and I just missed out on it. So I copied and pasted the name onto Google, and at Walmart they were selling this for $19.99, which is awesome. I do own the first one as well, and then I should have showed this one as well before those other ones. But in my defense, even though I got this one through Amazon, it's a little bit different. It is a PS5 game, but a limited edition, so quite bulkier compared to the other ones. To be honest with everyone, I got this one on sale also for $20. I believe it was either 20 or 25, and I did not realize I was getting the special edition. I did look it up online and also on the back as well, just to confirm. I looked at the back, but also confirmed online that this does include a steel book, but also the regular edition. Because I kind of don't like it when they being publishers don't include the regular edition. It's just a steel book, and that's it. But this includes both, so that's really cool. Oh wait, is it a steel book? Excuse me, bro. Maybe it's not a steel book. Excuse me. Pardon me about that. So, anyways, but still, it does include with the regular game, so I don't mind that whatsoever. So again, I got this through Amazon, and these were all on sale. The next, considering this, I do have the PS3 version for No More Heroes, and I believe the second No More Heroes 2 was recently either released for the PS4/PS5 and also the Xbox, or it's just a Wii U/Switch exclusive. I'll need to look into that. But if it's not, I'll more than likely be getting No More Heroes 2 as well. I like to get things when they're on sale. Moving on to the slightly more complicated system, because things don't really go on sale as often as they do compared to the other systems, the Switch games. So I got Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I am a big fan of the first two games. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a fan of the aesthetic, the new art style with this game. But with that being said, I am still appreciative of the gameplay. And yeah, so I'm just looking because I'm. Okay, it's just a piece. It's a piece of the shrink wrap. I thought it was the plastic itself was deformed or something like that. But no, it's just a piece of the plastic from the shrink wrap that was left over. Excuse me. Everyone was about to see how peculiar I am when it comes to cases. I'm not too. I don't send these to get graded. None of my games are graded. But with that being said, I of course like my. Well, also with my books, I don't like when things come in creased or my cases come in punctured. Sometimes, unfortunately, usually with my Xbox games in the middle it's a little bit punctured, unfortunately, due to where one inserts the game case. Anyway, so that's why I slowed down with my speech a little bit. I was like, oh, what's this? What am I feeling right here? Moving on. So this one I did get slightly on sale. It was only $10 off, but I did look into it, and usually isn't that there's not too much of actual sales for the physical edition. I do believe it went down to $40 last year, but to be honest with everyone. I said that it was $50 when it comes to Switch games. I kind of it's in the past when I see that something's on sale but not to the greatest or not to it to the extent that I want the sale to be, I make the choice to wait, and then that's fortunately as of late that's worked against me. Either games don't go back on sale, as it turns out it was a short stock that the publishers had, and now physical copies are quite expensive now. Back then, I feel like in the PS3 360 and Wii era, it was much simpler just to do that. Oh, there's a sale right now. Well, it's 50. I could just wait, and there'll be an even better sale. But it's not really like that anymore, unfortunately. I think it's because there's less physical games, at least for some titles. Obviously, for games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, the FIFA games, I think they'll always do make physical games because they do sell well. But for smaller games, it might be that there's a limited stock. A really good example about that would be like the Legend of Heroes series or the Trials of Cold Steel. There's plenty of copies at first, but then as the game has been out in the public, eventually there's less copies about for that franchise. Moving on though, I did get this. Well, actually, this one was not on sale, but I decided to purchase it because it's not a full price game. It's only $40. And it did sell out for a little bit, and I didn't want to make again, like with Final Fantasy Origins for the PS4, I just didn't want to take that gamble or that risk. So I made the choice just to buy this brand new. If it does go to a cheaper sale, then oh well, at least it wasn't full price. Thank you, Nintendo, right? Because we all know, well, hopefully we know, but unfortunately, Nintendo as of late, they've been very anti-consumer, and they do enjoy releasing older games full price. But with that being said, I am aware that this is an actual remastered game. So had it been $60, I wouldn't have any qualms with that. I just probably wouldn't own it yet. I'll be waiting until it was at least $50. Because usually, again, first party Nintendo games only sometimes they go down to $40. Not too often though. And then the last game that I purchased, and this one was not on sale. This was a limited edition copy. I decided to purchase it just because, again, in case there was a lack of supply in the future, but also because it's essentially the same price digitally, and sometimes if it does go on sale digitally, it'll probably be about $15. And for $15 more, I don't mind owning a limited edition physical copy of a classic game. I've never played Front Mission, but I do own Front Mission, the second one I believe, or the third one for my PSP. It's a PS1 classic. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I like how it looks really awesome. What's the word that I'm looking for? It doesn't move, but there is slight. If one is ever aware about those pictures that when you move them slightly, they move. They do little motions. This doesn't do that, but there's kind of like after effects, kind of like ember, and debris. That's the bit that kind of moves a little bit. Anywho, so again, yeah, so these are the game purchases that I made. One regret that I do have is I did not show off, and this came out 2-3 months ago. I did not show off my limited edition for the Trials to Azir that came in. What I'm more than likely to be doing, since Trials to Reviewer is coming out, is once that arrives, I'm going to do. I'll show off the other ones as well, and because why not? To be honest with everyone, The Legend of Heroes is. I think it might be my favorite series when it comes to JRPGs. Let me rephrase that. When it comes to JRPGs, it is my favorite franchise. When it comes to gaming in general, it's up there. I think about other game franchises such as Mass Effect. I'm a huge Mass Effect fan, and that does have a special place in my heart. But with that being said, The Legend of Heroes also has a special place in my heart too, because of the soundtrack, the characters, and the story. If anyone watches my videos, they'll probably going to notice that I really gravitate towards characterization a lot, and it's because even if the main story is not the best, if one is able to support the characters, then usually it makes things more manageable. Be it in a video game, a show, a movie, or a book, right? If one is able to follow the main cast because they enjoy them, what they're doing doesn't necessarily matter as much because you enjoy seeing what the protagonists and what the main cast is doing, as I already stated. Excuse me, sorry everyone. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit becoming brain dead a bit for personal reasons. Nothing bad, but just for personal reasons. So thank you so much for watching and listening. I do appreciate it. If one is purchasing games, what kind of games are you purchasing? Are you purchasing modern systems, so PS5, Series X, and Switch? Or is one still purchasing for the older systems, the PS3, 360, the Wii U, the Wii, PS2, Xbox, and so forth? Again, thank you so much for watching and listening. I do appreciate it. Have a great day and take care.